Check 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hello, hi. We're back streaming again. Cassidy's Kitchen. We streamed yesterday. We're doing this twice in a row. That feels weird. That definitely feels off. Barely used to streaming once a year at this rate. Hi. Since yesterday, I also went and installed a bunch more games on the desktop. Some of them good. I was playing some Viet Cong on here earlier. A little bit of a throwback. But we're not here for good games. This is the bad game, Hall of Fame. And I made a promise we'd be playing some FBI hostage rescue today. But before we do, so Idle Effects, Swedish developer. You may know them for Drake of the 99 Dragons. I believe we have an article up on the website, badgamehalloffame.com, writing about that piece of work. But before we get into their game FBI Hostage Rescue, I wanted to briefly, very briefly, play another game of theirs that some of its fingerprints show up on FBI Hostage Rescue. In the same way that some of Drake of the 99 Dragons also show up. This is Nosferatu, The Wrath of Malachi? I didn't look up the pronunciation at any point in the past 17 years. But this is just going to play a little brief bit of this. It's a first-person shooter, very gothic, very vampire-inspired, with randomly generated castles on every playthrough. Very minor variation. But this is a very cool game. I think this is actually a very highly underrated game, as a matter of fact. We're going to skip opening cutscene and stuff of that sort. I'm just going to do a brief bit of play here. Notice the stamina bar in the bottom left corner. Notice the heads-up display in general, I would say. The goal of this game is that you and your family have come to visit this Victorian castle for a wedding where I believe your sister is meant to be married.
Please, bring Dr. Amersfield.
It occurs to me that we're not having any game audio. Oh, we do have game audio. Never mind. I almost faked myself out there. Well, you're visiting for a wedding, and it turns out that Count Dracula is, in fact, a Count Dracula, a vampire. And in addition to rescuing your family, you're also putting up and surviving against a hell of minions from hell. Actually, you know what? I forgot to grab my sword, and we're not going to make any... Not that we're going to play a lot of this, but I would like to not get my ass handed to me in the first fight of the video game, so let's maybe... There we go. I get the sense this was vaguely inspired by Thief. I would say not at all. It's definitely a very different kind of game in every respect except for the first-person perspective. Oh, take care of that. So yeah, gothic horror, first-person shooter. I get the feeling this game is actually a little loud, so let's drop that another 8 decibels. With elements of some light RPG-type elements where you're progressing and, you know, there's a lot of backtracking. There's also rescuing your family members, as I mentioned, where you have to sort of guide them. You have to use the use key on them to get to get them to follow you from, you know, one end of the castle back to this courtyard here, into a holy spot, into a safe spot where the demons can't get at them, where the demons and the devils and so on and so forth. Someone saying, I heard shattering glass and a bad scream sound effect and Twitch froze. That is the ideal experience, I think. No, if no one else is reporting that, I would say refresh the stream if you can still hear me. I would like to find... I'm doing this just so I can find maybe one person. Actually, you know what? I think I actually have a save state, so what am I even doing here? Let's do a quick load. So I can just show you briefly a little bit of pathfinding on the part of one of the people you're meant to rescue. Are you with me? Here we go. I think this is my uncle. And let's see if we can go down these stairs and have him successfully follow us. That's going to be... oh, no. Sort of stopping halfway there. He's actually doing better than I expected. More often than not, he will get completely stuck on the stairs. Or if you travel any amount of distance away from one of your charges. Anyway, that's... just wanted to show that, to show an example of a game that's actually good by Idle Effects. In addition, I would put Drake of the 99 Dragons on that list as well. I have a feeling I won't get much support on that front, but... anyway. Where were we? Oh yeah, FBI Hostage Rescue. Another first-person shooter. This came out after Drake. This would be 2004, I believe. And it takes that hostage, that person rescuing mechanic, and expands on that, as you might gather from the title, Hostage Rescue. But we'll see that they do it in some novel ways. Here we are. There's that idle logo. Here's this main menu, which is very reminiscent of Drake of the 99 Dragons in terms of layout. This load screen here, save load screen, is identical. I have a few checkpoints here. There are 10 missions in this game in total. If we get stuck on a few, I have a few saves there, so we can possibly get past some of the trickier ones. But we're going to try. We're going to do our scout's best to actually play through this game. Have my controls set. But you'll notice here, commands. Numpad 1. Follow. Numpad 2. Hide. Stay. Surrender. These are not bindable to anything else. But these are some of the most essential keys in the game, especially this follow command here, where we'll need to use a numpad to make sure the hostages are following us, which means taking your hand off the mouse. And the surrender key is used to make bad guys surrender, obviously, but again, that requires taking your hand off of the mouse. And in a game where you're getting shot at and trying to talk someone down at the same time, while at the same time trying to fire back, you'll quickly see how some of this falls apart. Some of this is maybe not super well thought out. Alright, so if you want to get like a brief idea of, or someone actually in the chat just mentioned, Atlas Shrug says, is this like a low-budget SWAT or what? Yeah, basically, this is an attempt at something like the SWAT formula, but you have no allies. You are a solo operative in the field. If you want to read those mission briefings, you're more than welcome to. I'll hang on these screens for a couple seconds, but useless. They're not going to help us any in the course of the mission itself. You can't really pick where you're entering. The most useful stuff here is where they sort of give you an estimate of how many hostage takers there are and how many hostages there are, as well as letting you know the all-important time limit. We can up that time limit by rescuing hostages or doing mission objectives. Some of them cut it very close. And here is our equipment select screen. I'll be doing something of a standard loadout across most of the missions. Number 1, shotgun, essential. You can use this to blow open the locks on doors. Number 2, assault rifle, the best all-around gun. And depending on the mission, we can either take a sniper rifle, if it's a long-range sort of ordeal, or we can take a pistol, because these, I don't think, work. They're very tough to use. So is this, but less so than the submachine guns. And then there are flashbangs and smoke grenades for your tactical arsenal, but I don't think these actually work at all. I don't think the flashbang actually affects enemy AI at all, and neither is a smoke grenade, until such a time where I'm proven otherwise, or I get to really do the tech on this game. Maybe we'll do a little bit of that later, but for first mission, let's try and do this as efficiently as possible. This is a hostage rescue at a convenience store of some sorts. We're going to go with a side entrance here. You have to hold down the use key to open doors, otherwise you'll do this partial opening thing, and you'll most likely get stuck on the door, like this. Or you can actually walk through it sometimes. Depends on the door. So that's actually a really great first impression, a really good point to make there. I do see some dudes in the distance.
Freeze right there, you're under arrest. Freeze right there, you're under arrest.
Not really paying attention to me, so...
Thought I'd get you first. Don't move. Drop the gun and put your hands behind your head. You asked for it. You deserve it. Stop right there.
And that's about what a typical round of this game looks like. I attempted to talk them down, but they weren't listening. Then another guy snuck up behind me, also ignoring my calls to surrender. So let's try that again. You'll quickly find the surrender button barely works, if at all. I think I've maybe gotten one of the dudes in this mission to surrender once to me. And that was an impressive moment. Okay, now I can't walk through the door. Now this door is a solid object. So it really is dependent on the game's mood at a moment in time.
Freeze right there. Drop your weapons.
Oh man, I was hoping that dude would feel motivated by watching his friend get killed to possibly surrender to me. I would like to get at least one person in this game to surrender at least once, to show that it is possible, show that I'm not hallucinating this. We'll switch pistols. I don't think there's any actual damage difference between the two. Oh, this tool right here is also this is a lockpick for doors. If we get to a locked door, I'll show how long that typically takes, and then proceed to never do it ever again once you see how long it takes. So, alright.
Don't move. Drop the gun and put your hands behind your head. I got a bad feeling about this. Don't give up. Drop the gun and put your hands behind your head.
Oh, it's a miracle. I actually got it to happen. Alright, I think I gotta stand, like, to the side of them.
Stay down. Subject neutralized.
Good thing about this game is that it automatically radios things in, so you don't need to do, like, the SWAT 4 thing where you're inspecting every piece of work that you've done. Alright, I believe it's numpad 1.
Don't leave me here.
And we'll see how well this guy follows us. We'll see how well he follows instructions.
Don't shoot.
We're looking for 2 more hostages and 1 more baddie. Oh god, the doors are so clunky. And I think we've already lost him. Unless he's deciding to go the long way around. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. Let's first check to see if there is a hostage in this room. There's a little bit of randomization here as to which rooms the hostages and hostage takers appear in. No such luck on this one. There's a chance they could be in this office here.
I'll kill you if I have to.
Wonderbar. Alright, let's get you following us. Does standing to the side of that door help in that regard, or do you have to stand 3 inches away from the knob to interact with it? You can stand right next to it and interact with it, but it'll get stuck on you in the process of trying to open. And they will also automatically close sometimes, like, as you're trying to walk through them. And I think we've lost both of our hostages at this point. Which, that's gonna cost us. I do know we're the last hostage. Oh, there's one of them.
Out of here.
Let's see if we can quickly find the other guy before time expires. And no, we've already lost that one as well now. So we're basically fucked at this point. We've already forfeited this mission. Because we need those hostages to expand the timer. Oh, we do have a chance though, as long as we're on this completely fucked run, to show you how long it takes to lockpick a door. It's extra impressive by the fact that we're not screwing the doorknob itself. Click. There we go. We have an officer here. Now surely an officer of the law will do a more efficient job of following us. That door is locked, and I am not seeing through that again.
I'm ready. Are you ready for this information?
And... nah, we lost him.
Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
Anything? Okay, so not only did they not follow us through...
Follow me.
Oh, he's completely stuck. Okay.
Police.
Well, that explains why he didn't follow me, I guess. So, let's try that again. Now you've gotten a sense for what we're working with here, as far as artificial intelligence, and these people don't want to be saved, clearly. And so they're a real enemy here, more so than any of the gunmen. The real challenge here is convincing these hostages to actually get rescued, to actually get out of the line of fire. And by God, will we try.
I wonder when this is gonna be over. I sure hope so. Surrender or I'll shoot.
I don't think he surrendered. Here we go.
Subject
Gateway 31, are you calling headquarters?
Subject
I can't
neutralized.
contact.
Follow
If you're hearing any ambient chatter over the radio, by the way, that's the game's soundtrack, for lack of a better word. It'll constantly play some of the same 3 clips over and over again. So get used to it now. That's all we're gonna get for the next 2 hours or so. Okay, we can see exactly where this guy's getting hung up and confused. This door here. Let's open. Okay, perfect. So we basically, at every single door, at every single instance, need to make sure they are following us. If we lose sight of them for a second... Yep, there we go. That guy would have just hid behind that bookshelf and we would not have been able to find him in a pinch. Now, I have reason to believe there may be a hostage in here. Which is to say, I know I've exhausted the other hiding spots. Oh, great. Cool, I'm glad they gave me a chance to save that dude. I'm glad I had time to negotiate that one. I feel like the timer probably ticked down on that dude the second I shot the door off. I'd probably need to barge in with the shotgun and chance shooting them by accident. Actually, no, let's take the pistol off the menu this time. Let's try a flashbang in that opening area. Let's demonstrate the effectiveness of this as long as we're here.
10-4, be advised you're extremely 10-1. You're in.
Oh, you may have also noticed the stamina meter in the bottom left corner of the screen, which they repurposed from Nosferatu. Also, the way the gun models appear as you scroll through your mouse wheel inventory is very similar to how they appear in Drake of the 99 Dragons. Difference being that you have more weapons in this game than just what you have in your hands, and you can't click on the numpad, or can't use the number row to select your weapon that you want, so you have to use the scroll wheel. Oh, can we even get the grenade to throw in the first place? There we go. That alone is a victory. He seemed completely unaffected. That person was staring at the wall, so...
Freeze. Drop your weapon.
Ah, well. They did have a very good position there. They basically anticipated me walking around that corner. But I'm going to go ahead and say that the flashbang, completely useless. Suppose we could try the smoke grenade next. Just for shits. Could someone do me a favor, tell me when SWAT 4 came out? Because I believe it was a 2004 release. I don't know how... I mean, there's obviously SWAT 3, which was very similar vein. You could say this is more a rip-off of that than SWAT 4, depending on when those release dates coincide or intersect with each other. 2005. He may have been temporarily thrown off by the smoke. He was not, though, because I feel like I was at least a little bit in that smoke, and he still shot very effectively through that.
Get out.
Ah, man. Tell me to get out after they've killed me. That's... That's how you know they mean business. Okay. So I feel like I've pretty effectively demonstrated that our gadgets will not help us. That's going to come down to our guns. Let's juke him, come on. That'll do it. I should also mention that we're picking up their guns, and unlike a SWAT 4, or... Wait, in SWAT 4 can you use the enemy guns? It's been a minute. I should have played a little bit of that in preparation. Not that it matters, because now we're establishing that SWAT 4 was a 2005 release. I know SWAT 3 would have been like 2003. I feel like it would be at least. But yes, the question still remains, could you use enemy guns in that game, in that series, in that franchise?
Don't shoot.
Do we have both following us right now? Both brothers?
Family.
Beautiful thing. And I think that covers us for 3 baddies taken down. I think the game calls them crows in the mission briefings. It's a sort of tactical shorthand for it. Oh! Got completely caught in the door frame for a second there. At least you're doing a good job walking through these doors. Get them out instead of them following you. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I know there are some instances where, of their own volition, they will navigate themselves towards the exit. You'll see that in some later missions where that becomes an essential strategy. Let's get them to the exit. I mean, yeah, that's the goal. That is the game plan here. That said, we do have the officer right here.
Follow me.
Let's see if we can get all 3 in one. If we can get them all in the same hallway. But these guys are...
Follow me. Follow me. Follow me.
It's the police. I want out.
Alright, beautiful thing.
Don't shoot.
We're basically in the home stretch right now. It would be hard for something to fuck up here. But life finds a way, so... With 2 minutes on the clock, too.
My wrists are really starting to hurt.
I found you tell them to take cover. They... Oh, well... Can't script that shit. I mean, it's the first time the game has ever crashed on me. Well, at least now we get to see the cool intro there. So, we've established the ground rules now. We've established the parameters. Luckily, we do not have to replay that. I do have a level 2 save right here. In this mission, we have to deal with a sniper, and you'll quickly see how that is complicated, how this otherwise simple mission. At least in this one, while there are hostages, we don't have to bring them back to any sort of rescue point. Some missions will determine that you don't gotta worry about that stuff. Just leave them where they lie. Oh, crows, canaries, as I was saying before. They give you a little bit of flavor text there. The least they could do in a game like this. Now we can bring the sniper rifle on hand. I don't think we need a shotgun. There's no doors that we need to bust open. But I'll go ahead and demonstrate one of the submachine guns. Because why not? I should mention a cool thing that happens on modern operating systems is that the game should theoretically run fine. But the game runs in slow motion because, like, for the first second as you're loading into a mission, there's like a slow motion effect as the screen fades in from black. And on modern operating systems, the game never gets out of that slow motion, even though it fades in all the way. I don't know if I'm explaining that properly, but basically that's why I'm not playing this on a modern machine and why we're doing this on the XP rig. So here's our sniper rifle. It's a GSG of some sort, or GG, or I don't remember the names of guns, the designations. Okay, so we've noticed that there's shots emanating from here. Let's see if we can trigger a few more. Yeah, so we can't see in, but they are doing just fine. And the second I try to fire back, we intercept one of the hostages who was up there. So there's our dilemma. That's the combat puzzle to solve in this particular mission, is finding a way onto the bus before we get killed by the sniper. And that isn't like a low graphics setting thing. We're running this in the maximum settings. There's just not a transparency effect for there, or a glass breaking effect for that matter, to where it's just permanently tinted, but the AI is unperturbed by it. I do see the head of another guy there. Alright, now I know there's 2 more in the bus. Try to take him out with the SMG. We do need to be careful on our approach because that sniper, in the same way that we accidentally hit one of the hostages, they can accidentally hit one of the hostages when they don't mean to. When they're meaning to aim at us, so...
Subject neutralized.
And unfortunately, even though this looks like a door you should be able to walk through, it isn't. That is a prank by the developers.
What have we here? Scum! Who do you think I knew it?
This one seems to work well enough, though. Okay. Oh, I do believe...
I swear I'll shoot. Darn. I swear I'll die! Drop your weapon and surrender. You asked for it. Subject neutralized.
What a horrible way to die. Alright, now there's just the sniper up here. And again, very careful so he does not shoot any hostages.
It's your choice. You can give up or I'll have to shoot you.
Oh, that actually worked. See, surrendering in action. Pick up his gun before he can... Wait, hold on. Before I arrest this dude and end the mission. The Dukes of the Babylon Fish? Am I getting that right? 1989?
Oh, Lord.
Let's check out some of these other dudes, since we're not going to get as good a look at them as we're going to get right here, I don't think. Not for a while.
Please help.
Oh, don't worry, I'm getting to it, Oh, who's this dude? Sick beanie, bro. Wow, I think... Did we get this in like 3 tries? That's pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. And you can see that it's transparent on the inside, so no wonder that he had no problem shooting out and as we struggle to shoot in. Because he had a completely unblocked view. You'll notice this in the bottom left now. The non-stop game score will also be displayed together with the credits at the end of the game when Mission 10 is finished. So they're really trying to encourage you to sort of like go for a high score, do everything, start from Mission 1, go all the way to Mission 10, and try to rack up as impressive a score as possible. There's no reward. There's nothing like you're working towards. It's just for your, for bragging rights among your other friends who have bought into this budget FPS. Alright, so this is the trailer park mission. I believe Albert Hammock, who, if you weren't here yesterday, I was talking about my friend Albert Hammock here, who is a speedrunner of games of this nature, a lot of lift tech engine games, a lot of just the sort of first-person shooters that I play, as the case is in this case. And he was discussing some of the strategy of this mission earlier, I believe. I know that I'm going to need the sniper rifle. Let's bring the assault rifle, and we'll keep the shotgun, because there's some doors we're going to need to blow open, I think. Fox, I just got here. Is this console game? No, this is PC only. As so many budget games of this era were, where it was not worth the price of printing out on disc. So this trailer park's going to give us no end of trouble. But the first thing we're going to want to do is get shot at to figure out where the enemies are spawned in. In fact, let's... Oh! Started shooting too soon. One down. I believe there should be another out here. Usually is, by randomization. I am hearing shots.
Subject neutralized.
And there may be 1 or 2 more inside of these trailers here. And what we're going to need to look out for is that some of these doors are booby-trapped. And also, it's very close quarters. In the millisecond we open a door, some of these baddies may immediately start shooting. Before the doors even open, they will walk through the door, they'll clip through it, and just instantly murk us. So
Someone please help me.
we basically need to be like opening the door and walking through it into the room and ready to shoot. Like the millisecond we see a gray pixel or something that is not like the weird off-white color or tile pattern here. We'll get this guy out, give ourselves some extra minutes on the clock while we're here. There's always a dude standing by the rescue point here, not contributing anything, not reacting to gunfire, basically not helping us out at all. I can't tell if this door is booby-trapped or not because it's so dark here, but we're going to chance it. We're just going to walk... Oh! See, I was not ready. I was not mentally prepared. FPS creator, what a game. This is not an FPS creator game, Veronica, I can tell you that much. This is Idle Effects' own proprietary engine. This engine aspires to be FPS creator.
23 to base.
Alright, let's get the sniper rifle out. Sometimes there'll be a dude at the far end over here that I can... As they shoot from the darkness, I can sort of fire back based on where they're firing from. That said, spotted you.
I sure hope we get out of this alive.
Ooh. I think I see where that's coming from. Oh, I couldn't get my gun out in time. It's the problem with having to use the mouse wheel and then clicking to select your weapon and not just being able to press a button on the number row as you would want to, as you'd expect to be able to do in a first-person shooter.
Go ahead.
Oh, here we go. This is what I was talking about before.
Got your radio on?
Alright, I'm gonna hope we... Oh. Jeez Louise. Okay, I'm gonna shoot from exactly where that is emanating from. And if that did not take care of that dude, I don't know what will.
You didn't give him that.
I think I saw a flash of red there. No, I'm just wishful thinking. Alright, clearly we're not making any progress with the sniper rifle. He had ran to the other side. I'd hope that spraying and praying would have some blind fire would have served us well in that instant, but it's using assets from FPS Creator at least, and Oblivion apparently based on the cop in Hostage's head model. You may be onto something there.
Boy 100 also responding.
Northern to 3 Edward 65.
We're at the weird part where we want them to shoot at us so we can tell where they are in all this darkness and all this complete lack of light. That's the sniper. There's always one.
Get out of here. Stop right there.
Oop. I may have inadvertently tripped one of the trip mines here. Luckily, it did not kill the hostage. Yeah, I believe it would be for this door here. Alright. Now for the tricky parts. Believe it or not, that part we struggled with for like 3 or 4 lives in a row. That was not the tricky part. The tricky part is breaching these trailers and clearing them out. I'm also going to preemptively fire in case there's a trip mine there. Okay. There we go. We are now safe. The rest of this mission is now just finding the hostages and not tripping any more of those trip mines, because if we do, we're boned with our 14 health.
I'm so scared. Please be careful.
Follow me.
Don't go. What's happening? Please get me out of here.
You know, for what I believe, the voice acting here being Swedish dudes affecting English accents trying to do like American, they're doing okay. I mean, it's not great voice acting by any stretch. It's not even passable, but the accent is almost passable. Clear. You can hop up on the corners of buildings too. Oh, I buy that. Let's... I don't know what that trick would entail. Ooh.
I'm ready. Are you ready for this information?
I like the atmosphere, can we to be honest? Yeah, sure, it's fine. It's passable. This is the part where I'm gonna confuse myself because I'm bad at remembering what doors I've potentially opened and which ones I haven't. I see the trip mine. There we go. You spam hop at the corners while walking into them. Maybe we'll try that in a bit. I can't remember if there's fall damage. Actually, no, I know for a fact there's fall damage. I just remember that there is, in fact, fall damage that we do not want to encounter, so... I see. I spy with my little eye. I'm also, like, reluctant to walk into the explosion effects.
Please say no!
Because it could be, like, a RoboCop situation. RoboCop, the game that is, where the explosion lingers for, like, several seconds after the initial explosion, and where you'll get hurt by just the particle effect of it. Oh, no, I should have been looking behind me the whole time.
Follow me.
Where are you? Hopefully you're in the building still.
Follow me.
I'm so scared.
I'm scared right now too, but I'm scared that we're gonna fuck up this mission somehow. Alright, I think there should be one hostage left. They don't give you a tally for how many. They say that there's 4 to save. And alright. I think these are the last 2 buildings. I think I've...
Follow me.
10-4, be advised, you're extremely 10-1. Your radio's bad.
That one clip that plays on the radio where it's the female officer or the operator saying you're 10-1, you're very bad, to one of the other cops calling in. That one in particular sticks with me. That one is... Oh no, we lost them both, didn't we? I took my eye off the ball. Please just be inside the trailer still. Please don't make this tricky for me. Oh, there we go. Okay, we can get both of them just in my eye line. I will walk backwards this entire time so I don't go too far ahead of them.
I want out.
And they'll still struggle with the corners here.
Someone please help me. Don't leave. I'm so scared.
Oh, they are running for the exit on their own volition, like Albert said. Okay. So you were right about that.
My wrists are really starting to hurt.
My wrist is starting to hurt. You weren't handcuffed. Oh, fuck me running. That was stage 3, right? So I have a stage 4 quick save. Or save file, I should say. So we'll lose out on our score, we'll lose out on our ongoing score, but at least we will have our progress. Which one is this again? Following the death of 3 federal agents during an investigation, we have identified a large farming area. Okay. Here's where things get interesting. This is a very large level. We will absolutely need the sniper rifle. This will be the effective loadout here. This time we're not rescuing hostages, we're rescuing plates. We're rescuing money printing plates. And as you can tell, this is a fairly large level. In fact, I never navigated in this direction before, but how far do they let you go out here? Should be a rock wall coming up, yeah. This is just a surrounding area. There's a central area here that we're going to infiltrate and exfiltrate these plates. And there are several buildings, and there are towers, guard towers complete with spotlights. Searchlights, I should say. And one shot will take off at least 56 of her health, apparently. So I cannot afford to fuck up another shot. We're gonna fuck this mission up several times. Like, full warning. I saw a light emanating from there. I saw what looked like a person there. Oh, there we go. It's like they teleported or something. We'll start breaking into these buildings soon. I want to secure the outdoors first. I want to secure the exterior. Oh, Possibly they spotted me before I did them. I think we got them. I hope we got them there. All these locations seem way more sinister than Dracula's Haunted Castle in the earlier game when we were playing Nosferatu briefly. This definitely is scarier because death can come on us at any second, so I'm definitely feeling a lot more tension here than I was in the horror video game. Alright. That's the easy part down. Now for close quarters combat. I feel like I want the assault rifle for this.
Attack!
Oop, I see you.
Somebody in already?
I'd love it if I had a peek, which we do actually. I'd love it if it was like effective though, if it like had the benefits that peek does in other games, where like your hitbox is still behind the corner. But I think this works more realistically. Let's see what outfits we're dealing with here.
Subject neutralized.
Is that probably just random Japanese characters, if I'm guessing here? On a very, I'm gonna say that man is Caucasian. Again, assumptions make an ass of you and I, but I feel fairly confident in that assessment. I didn't read the briefing to see if like these guys are claiming to be Yakuza or Triad or whatever Idol Effects thoughts those characters correspond to. Someone's saying 5 all, it's basically nonsense. So someone here who Video Game King can read Japanese and is writing something like a translation right now. Oh, let's look at this poster. Shadow Killer. Sick. Love that flick. I can't tell if this poster is like torn up or if that's part of the stylization. It looks like there's like an alien face there. It's partially. Now, what I should be worried about, what I should really be concerned about, is if there's any dudes in this building here. These guys are a bunch of nerds who watch one too many animes. Absolutely. They figured, you know, oh, you know, that Black Lagoon's pretty cool. Time to get into the money counterfeiting game. Tale as old as time, really. There's one more building to scan. So far, I'm surprised at how well I've done. If I was playing a different game, this is where I'd probably do a save state. But this game does not have save states.
Subject neutralized.
Oh, I think we were walking over those corpses there, and we were finally close enough to verify the kill. Alright, this is where I'm genuinely tense right now, because I don't want to do this mission again. Can we lean? For some reason I can't lean. Oh, there. Oh! Forgot I had a kick button here. So do we have a lean key? I'm playing a very dangerous game right now. This is actually effective tension, I should mention. What's happening right now, genuinely, like, this is ideal design. This is what you want to happen in your video game, where I don't know if the bad guy's alive or not. Alright. See, even in these games that are pretty lackluster, we have some excitement now and again. One thing I'm worried about, though, we're supposed to recover 5 plates. I don't know where the 5th plate... Oh, okay. Well, that problem solved itself. I was about to say we're going to have to recheck all the buildings for that 5th plate, but I was just not thorough the first time around. Alright, now barring any enemies still surviving, we won't know because there wasn't an objective attached to it. Otherwise we would have gotten the pop-up for eliminating all the crows. But I'm going to hope that it's just a straight shot from here to the end of the level. Hopefully we don't have a crash. We are running out of stamina right now, but I'm going to keep at it. In fact, I think the stamina bar actually can't go past this point. So that's handy. That's nice of the game. And jumping doesn't exhaust it any, so... Yeah, there we go. And we didn't even crash. Do I have a level 5 save? Okay, yes. I prepared in advance for that. Especially because I think this level in particular is going to be a... If this is the subway station, oh yes. A fanatical sect proclaiming the end of the world has taken hostages on one of the stop subway trains. Oh boy, okay. Ooh, I'm mentally bracing myself for this one. This one's gonna... They misspelled successful. Oh, they sure... They probably did on the previous screen. I wasn't even paying attention. But I will take your word for that. I'm sure these are rife with typos, as a matter of fact. Alright, there are 7 enemies to look out for, 4 hostages, 5 minutes. That's going to be the interesting part here. That and the fact that I know that this place is booby-trapped to hell and back.
31, are you calling headquarters? I can't copy you.
Let's get the assault rifle out.
Go ahead. Oh, we thought they done catch his dog pound.
Now, we're going to need to look for the tripwires on the ground here before we proceed. I also know about this one preemptively. That'll save us some trouble later, potentially. I think we're clear here. Check every corner. Ah, see? See that 1 pixel row right there? Jump over that. Lose 70 health to 1 dude around a corner that we have the drop on. And this run's probably not going to work out too hot for us, but we'll see it through. Who knows, we might get lucky. Oh, well. Or maybe we won't, is more likely. Alright, so this is how we have to handle this exterior here. I know from experience that, from having played this mission no less than like 50 times in an attempt to get a successful run under my belt, that we need to clear the path here before we attempt to handle the subway cars themselves. Oh! I almost walked right into that. Alright, we are far enough away that this won't damage us, hopefully. Clear. Gotta empty out half a mag on a single enemy every time because I'm just paranoid at this point.
Stop right now. You didn't give me a choice.
Now, who's saying that? Is that the hostage taker or me saying that they didn't give me a choice? Because in either situation, yeah, pretty accurate. We're always firing first, asking questions second, so... Alright, this door is locked. Luckily, we have our lockpick right here. Alright, we've cleared a path. Now I'm going to check down this adjacent rail right here. Just such a situation like this. Hopefully we clipped whoever was shooting at us. Probably didn't. That'll probably come back to bite us. But now the time has come to clear these subway trains. And these doors are notoriously tricky. The outer doors are. These ones we don't even have to open. These ones have absolutely no collision at any moment in time. And this is where we will find the hostages, as well as bombs to be defused.
Subject neutralized.
Do we have to use the tool for it, or can I just hold the F button on here? Okay, cool. We have 3 minutes on the clock. We have 4 bombs to defuse? Maybe 3? So we're going to cut it close, assuming we get it on this run. Especially considering we have to unlock the handcuffs and do all the due diligence here.
They're armed.
And get stuck on the corpses of enemies we've killed. We're just gonna run right through. Get the drop on that guy. By like a millisecond advantage.
Subject neutralized. Follow me.
Alright, there's a cell phone that we have to pick up. There's gonna be a laptop on one of these trains as well. And you may notice that I'm not so concerned with the hostages actually following us in this mission in particular. That's because more often than not, they will make it to the point of their own volition, just so long as you make solid progress and continue to press forward. Ooh. That being said, I do need to make sure that there's not dudes at the end of the tunnel here who will shoot them. This is going to be a tricky shot. Oh. This is the worst case scenario where this dude is right next to my hostage. I think I just... Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. Took a little more time than I was hoping that would take. Ah, well. Awesome. So, that's what I get. That is the risk you take when you let the hostages make it to the exit of their own volition. But now we've established the premise of this mission, what we need to do, and the trick we're going to use to try and complete it. I just got like super confused there about what door I was facing towards and where I was going and what I was doing. Let's do an additional step here. Let's see if there's any enemies here we can kill that might try to kill the hostages on the way out. And by taking this additional step... Ah, well. It was a good plan. I had my head was in the right place. I was thinking straight, it was just not shooting straight. Oh! Was not expecting that. Got us down to 19 health, just about. Oh, great. You know, I would think that like a 50 cal shot to the chest, this one shot with the sniper rifle should probably be enough. But not quite. But again, that's what I get for using a sniper rifle with 5 shots in close quarters. That's the problem. That's one of the major problems with this game is that the enemies just have, like, are just stacked in terms of doing damage to you. There's no like health pickups. There's no additional armor option you can take. You're kind of just at the game's mercy as far as how much damage they do to you in the firefight, even if you shoot first.
Give me a choice.
All right. Now, with this little bit of health, we're gonna press forward, not trip the mines. Oh, I see one hostage there. That'll give us some time on the mission clock, but not on the bomb clock, so... Let's go ahead. Let's get you sent to the exit.
Have you seen the others? Don't be gone too long.
Are you still following us? We're looking at the exit point. Hopefully they... No? No, I think this whole situation is just fucked every which way.
I'll follow you anywhere.
Now, because the door is positioned in this way, this is where the hostages won't always, like, make it to the door of their own volition. Except in the subway section. They seem to be pretty effective there as far as, like, running ahead of you and just making their way towards the exit, which is what we're banking on. Because trying to get those hostages to follow us through each of the trains, well... It's not going to be a problem in this run. On this attempt. Still, I'm optimistic. I think we can get this. You know, I'm hopeful that every run has the potential to be the run.
163 your location. 163 still in corner.
Myself a pool.
I think I just heard the tail end of a line where one of the terrorists was saying that when this is all over, I'm going to buy myself a pool. I don't know how much money is in the acts of terrorism games. I don't generally think that, you know, like, bioterrorists are doing it for the money. Could be wrong, though. I haven't been a bioterrorist in a while. That's not a great joke, sorry. Alright, so far so good. In fact, let's see what happens if we try to clear the subway out right now. Oh.
I'm a hostage.
This is not the way I'm used to getting successful runs. I don't know if the hostages will know to get to the spot they need to go to if I'm approaching from this angle. But we need to get these bombs defused, so we gotta give it a shot if we want to have a chance at success here, so...
Please save me.
Ooh, that was close.
Subject neutralized.
There's the cell phone. Can we reload while we're disarming? That's handy. So there we go, there's one of the hostages making their way. I heard gunfire though, and that scares me. Because that means that on their way they were getting shot at by someone who is not me. Joint rule. I love Jerry. No you don't. That is some beautiful graffiti. Well, I'm totally aware that there's a bad guy shooting at our hostages as they make their way to the exit. I have no choice. We have less than a minute to get however many more bombs defused. Oh wait, is it? No, we have 2 minutes 30 seconds. Okay. We have a little more time than I suspected we did. So we're doing pretty well right now. Besides the 11 health. In fact, I think that's all the bombs.
Subject neutralized.
What's happening?
I think we're still looking for, like, a cell phone or a laptop. Oh, no, we got both of those.
Get me out of here.
It's just a matter of getting those hostages to the exit and killing
I want out.
the last guard here. I say guard instead of enemy. And that's a bad habit. I don't know where I picked it up from. What game undoubtedly ruined me for that, but... Hopefully by approaching from this angle, maybe we will get the drop on the bad guys here.
Okay.
But I think it might just be one left at this point. See, this is where the tension ratchets up again, like I was telling y'all. Ooh, okay.
Subject neutralized.
We did not neutralize the guy on the other side of that box. There's still one terrorist very much alive. Oh. That's the hostages who have made their way there, I think. My kingdom for like a frag grenade right now. Oh, fuck, he could have gotten inside there. Wait, 7 crows are dead? So we did kill them? Oh, okay. Well, we're fine then. Just a matter of, our hostages then? I ratcheted up the tension on myself kind of needlessly there, but... Oh! Oh! Tricky bomb. That could have killed one of the hostages, or it could have killed me, but... Oh, I should probably uncuff this person, and...
How wonderful. Have you seen me? I'll follow you anywhere.
There's a chance I may have one-shotted both of them. In which case, go me. That was a sick shot, me. pro gamer? I don't even know it. Unfortunately, we now have 5 minutes and 40 seconds to find the last hostage who did not pathfind in the way I hoped they would. What's going to be awesome is when we finish this mission and the game crashes, that's going to be really fucking funny. That's going to be like egg in my face. So, luckily I think I'd have the save for after this mission, so... Oh, thank God, we found him. We did not have to hunt for him long. That said, they might be in a tricky position as far as...
I want my family.
Okay. Alright, I have an idea. If I can jump over this, then maybe...
I'm so scared.
Okay. We can work with this. We can make this work. It's just a straight shot now. I'm glad we got past this. I mean, I shouldn't count my chickens before they hatch. Something could go horribly wrong in this last minute still, but, feeling generally confident right now that we have rescued the hostages, FBI style. We didn't even lose, we didn't even crash the game. Perfect. So I believe this is our level 6 save. I'm going to double save to be safe, because I can't remember if this is the 5th or 6th right now. Alright, here we go. At 1700 hours, 6 men entered a bank. We're going to do a bank robbery this time. Dark cloths and clown masks proceed to rob the bank. Unbeknownst to the criminals, an off-duty police officer was... So I believe this is one where the hostages are also made to wear clown masks. So I'm wondering if a certain movie film may have taken some inspiration for a little bit of inspiration from FBI hostage rescue here. Of course, I'm talking about no other movie than Tyler Perry's Bank Robbery. Medea's Family Bank Robbery, that is.
Subject neutralized.
Oh! I knew there would be one in this room. I didn't check my corners. That's on me. I didn't do my tactical due diligence there. Also, I don't think I need the sniper rifle for this mission. I think that was a bad choice that I made. Let's switch shotguns, not that it matters at all, because this is all we use them for is blowing open the doors and then possibly killing a dude on the other side of the door if need be. Let's use the pistol for a bit.
Scum!
Who's saying that? Who's saying these mean things about me? That's what you get for talking behind my back. Tell you what.
Who's that? Right there. Back off.
Oh!
Serve it.
You deserve it, he says, as he dies, as he lays dying. Do we deserve, like, the blood on our hands, or... Also, did one of these... No, they did not drop revolvers. Revolvers are not in this game, unfortunately. This is just some generic model of pistol. How many crows are here? 6, so that's 3.
Subject neutralized.
4.
What are you doing?
Follow me.
Don't go!
Do we have to get these guys to the rescue? Yeah. Yeah, let's take care of this now. Put 2 extra minutes on the clock, probably. That said, let's also check this door, because I like to go dangerously. Let's give us a quick wrap to the outside. Right next to the rescue point, so... That ended up working out pretty well.
What's happening?
No, don't follow me. Go here.
Thank you so
Thank you. Thank you for your cooperation. Let's try this thing now.
Please save me.
Hey, F you, buddy. That's a mean prank for those clowns to pull. I know clowns are all about the comedy, but I did not appreciate that joke at my expense there.
Boy 100 also responding.
Northern advance.
I know to expect that now. This is the mission I left off on, by the way. Anything beyond this point is new to me. So hopefully we will resolve the last 4 missions of this game together. Hopefully this will all come together. I think we did pretty well for using a shotgun there.
Don't hurt me.
Again, I would not recommend using a shotgun in a situation where you're meant to fire next to a person and another person standing next to another person where you don't want to hit the other person. This is maybe not FBI procedure, let's say. This is maybe not FBI safe practices. But, you know, you make do with what you have. I think if we were in the real FBI, we'd maybe be able to afford another person on the force. As opposed to this one dude having to tackle every single hostage situation by himself. Having to basically solve the world's terrorism problems all on his lonesome. Okay. Now there might be a dude behind this door. I want to quickly shoot the door. Open. Okay. Well, the more we know. Apparently the second we blast that door open, it's curtains for that dude, so we will modify our strategy accordingly. I feel like the real FBI would have given the agent a night vision scope in that one stage that was incomprehensibly dark. Again, budget cuts. Their effectiveness is hampered.
Subject neutralized.
Let's get the guy to come to us. I know there's a dude who likes to walk through that door.
Give me a choice.
That was not as much of a drop as I was hoping for, as much of a tactical advantage as I thought I would get by baiting him to come out, but... Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I feel like I saw that coming. I feel like I saw that dude out the corner of my eye, and I just didn't react in time. So... So I would ask, from what y'all are seeing right here, how would you say this game rates? Is this a bad enough game for the Bad Game Hall of Fame, or is just the Drake of the 99 pedigree kind of the only thing this has going for it, besides being a pretty generic and middling value FPS? Because I feel like this is pretty sufficiently bad. It's definitely worse to play than it is to watch, as is the case with most bad games, as it turns out. I can't really convey just how clunky this is and how sort of unresponsive it feels and so on and so forth.
You didn't give me a choice.
Where did I... Okay, the left.
I'll shoot. You'll die first.
By the way, if you heard me putting the silencer on my gun after I was already dead, that's something you can do, so... For whatever tactical benefit that confers to you. Now, what did I do wrong that time? Where was the dude in this game? Upper level. I just didn't see him. I feel like I'm regressing a little bit right now. Regressing rather than progressing. But we will persevere. This is kind of where I wish I could... I wonder what would happen if we got up on top of the building here.
Have a taste. You got me.
Jumping into the corner. Oh, yep! I got that on the first try. I mean, I didn't get up on top of it, but... That was pretty darn close for someone who just took it on Albert's advice. Who just... I heard him say something about jumping into the corner of the building. Can I replicate it, though? Oh. Yeah, I feel like there's a very specific, like... Amazing I'm not taking fall damage from that, because I'm sure fall damage is in this game. I feel like it's not like the corner itself, like jumping there. I feel like it's like slightly on the side here. I can't do speedrunning tricks with any consistency, but...
I'm ready. Are you ready for this?
Is there also something about, like, the mouse angle you have that plays into it at all? Because right now I'm looking at my 23 health and I'm like, I'm not gonna... This is not the run. Okay. Somewhere, like, here. I just want to see what's on the top of this building now. I'm sure it's nothing. Maybe this corner here. Let's look for a sweet spot. We know we can get it on that corner, but... Oh! Now we're like Spider-Man. Now we're doing some web crawling, or wall crawling, web swinging. It's good because it gives you momentum, too. So I could possibly transfer to the other roof if this one ends up being more effective. I wonder if it's... Oh! I'm so committed to this now, I'm sorry, but... I tune in, and what are you doing to that wall? It's a message that says you're not supposed to be here. Level Lord at it again. Who knows, he ghost contributed to Idle Effects. to Idle Effects game here. How about that Doom Eternal game having 3 Dopefish Easter eggs in the same fucking level? Speaking of retro FPS references. How's that for some trying a little bit too hard bullshit? I feel bad for the hostages inside. I feel bad for the bank robbers in this case, who like they know there's a cop outside. They're waiting any moment they can come busting through the doors. Little do they know that outside, it's just some idiot jumping into a wall over and over again, trying to do some sort of trick. I'm also sprinting at the same time I'm doing this. I wonder if that's necessary or unnecessary, if that's helping, hindering. That was so close! That was the best one yet! But like, I think I got clipped. I think there was like a invisible wall at the top of that sent me plummeting back down. I think that was the game's way of saying you're not supposed to be here. I feel like it's... like, this is the sweet spot. Somewhere in here, at some particular angle... Yo, Albert, in the chat, help me out, man. Tell me, is there something I'm missing here? I feel like you would get this in like 2 seconds. I feel like you're just sitting there laughing at me right now, just like I do this shit on the daily basis. And you are a fool and you are bad at games compared to me. From your perspective, I'm saying. I am not better at games than you are. Oh. Ah, come on. We have 45 seconds left on this stupid run. Then the next run I'm giving up on this and we're just gonna play the game again. But right now, we came so close. We flew so close to the sun and we didn't get our wings burned. So I want to go back now. There might be something to the mouse angle. There might be something I gotta be looking straight up here. So that may affect like the bottom of our player model and some. Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. I think that's the code. I think it has to do with the mouse angle because that was consistent. End of mission time. Oh well. We got close. I was happy with that. That's good enough. I did it on a whim. It worked, kind of, and then we wasted another 5 minutes trying to replicate and trying to progress on that. Alright. Let's rescue some damn hostages. Oh man, I was switching to a gun because I didn't want to reload. In the words of Gaz, switching to your other gun is faster than reloading. That's an exact quote. That's exactly how he said it in Modern Warfare. And then his other famous line, I like the way you kill watermelons.
Subject neutralized.
Come on. I know you want to walk through that door.
Stop right there. Subject neutralized. Subject neutralized.
Atlas Shrugged typing in the chat, I like to keep this for close encounters. Close. The exact line is, I love shotguns. They're really cool, and I like to use them. Gaz, 2000 whatever. Whatever year that game is set in, and or whatever year it released. And what's that famous Captain Price line? Ah, it's the new guy. Welcome to the team. This bit was brought to you by Modern Warfare, Call of Duty. This is a sponsored stream. I'm being paid by Activision to play to play this game to remind you that you could be playing Modern Warfare right now. But instead you're watching someone else play FBI Hostage Rescue 2004. I feel like that's the future of sponsorships. It's like, you know, Fortnite at a certain point, Epic Games is going to be like, look, everyone knows what Fortnite is. No one's going to be like watching Fortnite streams anymore. How do we get people to play Fortnite? We'll just have Fortnite streamers play other games and to show how shitty they are. And by like sort of some reverse effect, that'll bring people back into the Fortnite fold. This room has given us no end of trouble. And it continues to give us no end of trouble. This was 5 years after System Shock 2. It's only marginally better visually. But again, that's kind of apples to oranges. That's apples and bowling balls, even. I know we do a lot of like year comparisons. I know we mentioned before, like Half-Life 2 came out the same year. But I don't know, things like that are pretty lateral. I don't know if it's necessarily fair to compare a budget label game against like a passion project by a team of really inspired devs. This was something that Idle Effects made to pay the bills, that after Drake of the 99 Dragons flopped, after Majesco put a lot of money and marketing into that, and it did not catch on. This was a situation where they're like, well, shit, let's go to the budget label. I feel like I still have that. I feel like the game's gonna give me that. I don't know, that's the story with a lot of these value games, by the way. Even if it's like a no-name developer, you can sometimes track the developers on like a games development team in the credits to other actual studios. Like, this is sometimes just people like sometimes major developers like establish these sub-labels so they can make like a cheapo budget game, get some quick cash influx, and then go back to their real studio, go back to developing under their real studio name, and basically like doing favors, doing these like mercenary jobs. That being said, Idle Effects, them putting their name to this game, goes to show that their stock had plummeted after Drake of the 99 Dragons. Majesco should go back to making snack foods like Ritz crackers and Teddy Grahams. Is that a thing they did? I feel like I should know that. If that's a true fact. But I don't know a lot of things, so. Alright, we know not to go through that door. Every time we have a hostage has been executed summarily. Will this door open?
What have we here?
Ah, man. When the first 3 shots looked like they hit the hostage, I was like, okay, I'm pretty safe to fire right now. The game's being generous with me. But, that was not the case.
You deserve it! You asked for it! Get it! Subject neutralized.
My roommate's sending me Discord messages. Don't they know that I'm trying to save lives here? What the? Who? Where? Why? Oh, is that the gag? Did I just... That's Nabisco was the gag? Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I was so in the zone that it went over my head. And we got another crash there, by the way. At least it didn't happen after we successfully cleared the mission. And luckily we do have saves, so... Back in the thick of it. We're not going to have our score, though, from the previous level. We're not going to have those points carry over to the end of the game. Ah, cool. We're down to 3 health at the top. That's promising.
Get you first. Subject neutralized.
Again, the same situation. We got double game over there. We failed that mission twice over. Yes, I am aware that Nabisco is National Biscuit Company. To be clear, someone made a joke about Majesco should go back to making snack crackers, and that joke missed me because I'm so in the zone, because I'm so committed to my job here.
Subject neutralized.
But, oh, come on. Now the doors are giving me trouble. See, I'm regressing a little bit. That's what happens when you, like... when you're, like, committed to the game. And, like, you're, like, getting, like... not frustrated, because I like to think I don't get frustrated at games. Like, it's hard to get worked up about FBI hostage rescue, you know? But at the same time, as you, like, get into... as you repeat the same thing over and over again, you start to go a little crazy. And your skills start to regress a little bit. Alright. Now that was good. That was a good one. We got 4 down. That said, I am very concerned about the hostage behind this door. Oh, come on. That was so... How did I not have that? Because that was like 6 shots to center mass, and I didn't hit the hostage. And we had just like came off of like 4 sweet kills there. Like that was the FBI qualifier right there. If the FBI was watching, I'd be on the force. I'd be on the squad right now. You know that police training simulator arcade game in the arcades? That's what this is. This is the recruitment tool. Oh, well. And that's where I would have failed it. That's where they would have kicked me out of the FBI. They would have been like, welcome to the team. Goodbye. Deuces from the team. You're fired. You did not check your corners there. Oh, that's not a gun.
Subject neutralized.
Jump.
Subject neutralized. God damn.
Okay, hostage still alive. That's the important thing. Is that the hostage or the bad guy?
Subject neutralized.
All right. Reload. Recompose ourselves.
Where are you going?
Oh, okay. All right. There's one more left.
Stay!
Let's take care of these dudes.
Where are you going?
Put some extra moments on the clock here. Oh, we gotta shotgun this door open still. I'll have to reload this. And also hopefully get the door to oh! That's how doors work, right? Okay, one.
I'm so scared.
Second in the distance. We'll come back for that second dude. He can stay put right now. Right now we have 20 health. We have a bead on 2 of the hostages. Of a total 3.
I've got to get circulation back in my hands.
All we gotta do now is get the drop on that last guy. Unfortunately, there's a lot of space left in this level still. I have the feeling, though, they're going to be in the bank vault. I'm going to do my due diligence here. Oh, well. Paid off because we found the, this would have been the annoying hostage to try and have to find later. So let's go ahead. I think we still have a hostage in this room as well, right?
I want to live.
I want to live, don't we all? Isn't that the American dream? Alright.
Someone please help me.
This is me, this is my self-consciousness here, but this isn't boring, right? We haven't lost a lot of viewers, so I guess that's supposed to tell me that this is somewhat compelling to watch. As we deal with this hostage who's stuck completely in place here, who is maybe going to prevent us from finishing the mission. Like there's no one wanting me to switch to a different game at this point. We're all good watching as I continue to attempt to rescue the hostages. So I do have a backup game here. Oh boy. Okay. No, there we go. We got one. Come on. You can make it, buddy. I believe in you. Welcome to the stream, those of you who are just joining us now. Whoop. I was going to try to just do that on a whim right there, doing the wall trick that was discovered earlier. But, instead... Okay. This is the tricky part.
Drop your weapon.
What
and
other commands do
surrender.
we have?
Now. Stay here and don't make any
I'm
noise.
scared.
Tell them to hide.
Take cover.
Stay. We only have so many means of interacting with these dudes. Maybe that gun was blocking him.
Please.
Or maybe, just maybe, we are completely boned because this dude is caught on this corner. Alright, I tell you what. Let's go to where the last guy is before we worry about trying to rescue this last hostage.
Their arm. Where is the
Oh no. Well, I was right. I did say he would be in the bank vault. Or if I didn't say it, I was thinking it. That's what I had in my head, that he would be there. That was very close. I'm fine, though. I think we're going to have a repeat of that, of all that success we had.
Subject neutralized.
We're getting better at this part of the job.
You asked for it.
Not so good at that part of the job. That part of the job could still use some work. That's what I get for trying to hostage rescue with a shotgun there. So, like, the randomization, I mentioned the randomization element, but there's some pretty consistent elements of it. Like, if there's not a dude up there, they're either going to be behind the desk or to the side over there. No dudes on the side there, but that means there's probably a dude in that corner. You know there's a dude who comes out whenever I shoot that door.
No.
Unfortunately, it means that the hostage can get killed. We're going to fire off that shot. So there's randomization, but there's consistency to it. It's a very limited field of options here. Which, you know, that's honestly kind of for the best. You don't want it, like, randomized to the point where it's creating impossible scenarios for you.
Subject neutralized.
Oh, Christ.
Let's preemptively switch to the assault rifle in case there's a hostage situation there. That one I called. 1 HP. 17 shots, though. That should be enough. 17 shots. More than enough to kill anything that moves.
Please save me. Don't shoot me.
Alright.
Don't go. I'm so scared.
Subject neutralized.
Should be the last guy.
One Bravo.
Collective sigh of relief. Cannot get through that door. Alright, all that remains is saving these hostages from themselves more than anything else. Let's do this one at a time. Because, as we've established, collision is not their friend.
I'm out.
Pathfinding, not a skill. Probably how they wound up in this mess in the first place, to be honest. So we'll do this one at a time. We know where the second guy is, because he was a hostage as well. We should have a straight shot from this door to the rescue point.
Follow me.
And the last guy will probably be in one of the cubicles. Well, not the cubicles, one of the
Don't
offices.
leave me here.
Oh, here's a cool thing. If you reload, even when you have like a full chamber or whatever, when you're like fully loaded, you'll just like toss those shots away. Which, you know, the idea of a tactical reload of a game penalizing you for reloading before you fully emptied your clip. Or, I say clip. If there's any gun fans in the chat who like get hung up about like clips versus magazines or whatever, I'm sorry. Please don't shoot me. Where is this last guy gonna be? Have we gone through this door? Bathrooms. Possibly. Okay, so shower with a bulletproof curtain, no faucet. But, you know, more importantly, key point here, shower in a bank? It must be some sort of Swedish thing. That's clearly I'm not highbrow enough for you know me being the American that I am. We have 5 minutes on the clock. We're gonna have to find wherever this last hostage is hiding, or last canary, as the briefing screen says. We check these offices. We'll check them more thoroughly. Perchance they might be behind a desk. So much screen tearing in this game. That may be just a consequence of the setup I have and a VSync maybe not being implemented properly. We are playing off of an actual XP machine using a VGA to HDMI cable that Stuart Ashton's recommended to me personally as the best option for capturing off of like older hardware, short of getting an actual capture card or what have you. Okay, we need to check the backs of the desks in this room now. Or behind the desk, even. This is the exciting part of the game, as you can tell. We got all the shooting done. Now's the part where we effectively do the paperwork. Alright. This could be a problem. We could have done the hard parts with relative ease. Down to 1 health is my definition of relative ease, but... Oh! Okay. We heard them. Did I check this upstairs area? I know we killed a guy. Ah! There we go.
Neutralized. Follow me.
They were in a mask, too, or they were. You saw it like fade out as we talked to them. But yes. That would have been the next area I checked, so we would not have been stuck here for too much longer if I hadn't heard that voice. Oh, we can't go out that way. They're not going to be able to climb over that desk. We'll have to go out. Probably this way. Hopefully this works. Hopefully this doesn't inconvenience your pathfinding too much. If it's just one dude, we should hopefully be able to wrap this mission up. Now, we gotta pray that this does not crash. If this crashes here, I'm sorry, that is the end of this game. We will move on to something else. Phew. Okay. I'm going to save right here. We are on to mission 7. There are 3 more left. Hopefully they toss us an easy one here. Because this is all new to me. This is an airplane, it appears. Nebraska International Airport, demanded plane. This should be a short one. This should be a straightforward one. With hostages in hand, the criminals were able to board a 747 airplane, which had just been already ready for... Hello, my name is Cassidy. Sometimes I speak a little too fast and my tongue has to catch up with my brain. You must be careful where you shoot. Not only are there hostages throughout the plane, but shots in the wrong area of the craft can cause critical damage. Are we in the air? Also, oh, this is a mission where you don't get to pick your gear because we're just... That's interesting, actually. This is thus far the most interesting mission in the game. I'm hearing gunshots. I'm feeling gunshots as well. Huh. Okay. I'm running the analysis in my head right now for what just happened there. I believe what happened was we were getting shot at by a baddie, and they probably damaged some of that critical gear. So we are in the air. We are not just a ground crew infiltrating the plane. What are our objectives, by the way? Release handcuffed crew, 4 crows neutralized, 2 bombs. So that's why I saw...
I sure hope we get out of this alive.
That's why I saw that thing. Okay. Where am I getting shot from? That looked like a terrorist because the lighting made it look like they were wearing the ski mask like some of the other models, so I was very thrown off by that guy right there. So, when this plane crashes and burns, that man is to blame. Alright, so the tricky part here is that these dudes can shoot through different chambers of the plane at us. But we negotiated out of there very quickly this time. I don't think we need to actually get them anywhere. I think we can just leave them where they lie, which is handy. That said, we do need to find the bad guys here before they find us. Okay. Ah, man. Okay. I tried to use my kick move there. We do have a melee move. The fist, I don't think actually has like a punch attached to it. I think that's just like completely unarmed. Yes, I'm clicking rapidly, nothing's happening. We do have this kick though. And no other weapons or gear. So that is what we were working with.
How wonderful! Have you seen the others?
I think possibly we can bait them out and I can try to flank them. Oh! I think they damaged the critical gear. I think we're all dead right now. I don't know if that kick actually works. They were not reacting to it in any way, shape, or form. Let's just run forward immediately. Is there like a hidden gun we're supposed to find? Let's carefully read this mission briefing to make sure I'm not the idiot here. Because of the hostage situation, police were unable to detain the assailants or stop them from boarding the plane. We have managed to smuggle 1 agent onto the plane through the cargo hold. You're the only hope for the hostages and crew aboard the plane. Shots in the wrong area of the craft. One of the 2 pilots has been shot. Take control of the aircraft by neutralizing the enemy threats. So far, nothing mentioned about any weapons. Nothing laying about. See, this is a big problem here, is that their random shooting is going to destroy the plane. So there's such a concomitant effort of factors working against us here that I'm not entirely sure this is actually possible. I feel you, buddy. That screaming you're doing, I'm screaming inside right now. This is a cool mission idea. This is a bad mission. That kick is doing nothing. As soon as I get my hands on a gun... Oh, hello. How you doing, Skybox? Name's Cassidy. Nice to meet ya. For those of you wondering what's going on right now, so was I. I was hoping I was kicking some dude on the other side of that, but because our only hope here is to just run up. What else could there possibly be here? Kick, action. Wait a minute. Oh, I think I know what the game wants me to do. And there's no way this is gonna fucking work.
Give up, or I'll have to shoot. I'll shoot. Stop right there. Don't move. Drop the gun and put your hands behind your head.
What if we need to get one of these dudes to surrender? What if we need to hold them up with no weapon of our own?
Surrender or I'll shoot. Surrender or I'll shoot. Freeze right there. You're under arrest. Drop your weapon and surrender. Now. Don't move. Drop the gun and put your hands behind your head. It's your choice. You can give up or I'll have to shoot you.
Because the kick is clearly not effective. Nothing here is effective. Ow, sorry. That was my knee clipping my table. If that was super loud, I apologize. Either there's like some very obvious element here we are missing, or the game is literally asking us to do the impossible. So there might be like a gun or something in the toilet here. We're getting shot through the doors from the other side of the plane, effectively. At least I can rescue one person. Maybe they can pick up where I leave off when I inevitably get killed here.
Drop your weapon and surrender. Now. Surrender or I'll shoot.
I don't know if I can progress past this point. This might be the Man. This is a confusing one. I assume there's a gremlin on the wing we can consult or something.
Freeze right there. You're under arrest.
Use the stewardess as a hostage. Ah, we fight fire with fire. I like it. It's a bold strategy, just bold enough to work. So maybe one of these dudes is carrying a gun or something.
Drop your weapon and surrender.
Wait around a corner and kick them. That is a strategy we attempted earlier. I don't think this kick is effective. I think this kick is meant for opening doors primarily.
Don't move. Drop the gun and put your hands behind your head. Freeze. Drop your weapon. Surrender or I'll shoot.
This might be impossible. I'm sure it's not. That when players say stuff is impossible, it's usually not the case. Oh, there's one more thing I can think of. At least we've seen what lies up here. We run by them. I want to see if there's any guns scattered anywhere else in the plane. There's like a gun sitting in one of these rooms. Out of my way. I'm trying to completely avoid you. It's hard to do when you're right in the way of me. This is puzzling. The game up to this point was very standard. It was very much like in line with a budget FPS of this caliber. And they threw this curveball at us. As far as I can tell, there's no guns lying around, which leads me to believe it is the thing where we are supposedly meant to kick them. Let's try using the fist, even though there's no like actual effect to it. Yeah, mashing that just is like an alternative thing. Oh, you know what? Here's the test I could do. Since the hostages are so malleable, I can use them as a practice target. See if they actually... Yeah, this kick is absolutely useless, because otherwise it would... Yeah, I think someone mentioned earlier, if this being like just like 3 years after 9/11, if this was maybe like a little too soon. Yeah, especially the way the plane crashes and burns. I found the manual for the sun replacements. Maybe it'll tell you about some mechanic that wasn't relevant until right this second. Somehow I doubt it, unfortunately. Yeah, the only thing I can think of is the surrender mechanic, which we've tried to do. We've tried it, and it hasn't worked at all.
Put your hands behind your head. Drop your weapon. It's your choice. You can give up, or I'll have to shoot you. Oh!
I thought an American studio would have made this level at the time. Yeah, this is a Swedish studio, so they may have been a little less cognizant or cared a little less about the current climate and such. We have all this room in the back of the plane. Oh, there's usually not a person here, right? Besides the hostage we're meant to rescue? So I was thrown off by that guy.
Surrender, or I'll shoot.
Try the surrender button while kicking. Can't hurt.
Surrender, or I'll shoot. Don't drop the gun and put your hands behind your head. It's your choice. You can get up.
I don't believe that worked. This is crazy, right? Like I'm. Let's look at the game hints. That's all I can think to do right now. Alright, each hostage rescued to the rescue point adds 2 minutes of game time. Can we scroll this any faster? I really think the intent for you to use surrender. I was using the surrender key, my dude! I was spamming that. I was giving them every chance to surrender. Stay close to a hostage that is following you. He or she might get lost or shot. Stand next to a cuffed hostage and press the action key to free them. Stand next to a gun and press the action key to pick it up. Hold the action key while crouching to sneak up on a door and avoid detection. Press the kick key to kick in a door and surprise. Surprise who? Who knows. Use the lockpick from your inventory to pick the lock of door. Shoot the lock of door with a shotgun. Stand next to a bomb trap and use the action key. If you are close enough to a hostage taker that is unaware of you, you press the numpad 4 key to make him surrender. I thought we were doing that. Keep your eyes on a hostage taker that has surrendered or take his gun, that he might try something to get distracted, sure. Cuff a hostage taker that has surrendered. Flashbangs and smoke grenades are very efficient if you learn to master that. Oh, that's cute. Taking out hostage takers without deadly force gives you a higher score, and that's what we're chasing here. Chasing that high score. Found a solution thanks to a YouTube walkthrough. Plywood, lay it on me. Save the stream if you can, unless the answer is just crouch up on them and surrender, or spam the surrender button. Because I feel like we've been trying that. There's a hatch in the floor. Once I knew to look for it, I found it pretty easily. That's all I needed. This is that one little bit of guidance. Oh, did they blow up the plane already? I like how the solution is. I mean, hopefully, I'm assuming that we're gonna find a gun here at some point. Well, they've spotted me. Is everything alright here?
God darn fence! Just die, will I see you? Darn fence! Get out! Just die, will you? Give me a choice. I'll shoot. Back off.
Alright, well, I'll leave him to those devices. It is also very dark here, so if there was such a thing as a weapon hidden here, I would have a hard time finding it. Alright, Plywood, if there's any other advice, if you can tell me whether there's a gun down here or not, how much exploring I'm going to need to do in the dark here, looking for a pistol. There's a pistol sitting on the floor. Give me a hint. Give me some like warm, hot, colds. Am I getting warmer? Am I? This is a co-op stream now. This is a collaborative stream. I was only gonna play for 2 hours. I was kind of hoping to be done within 2 hours. Oh well. The pistol probably has a random spawn point, like the enemies and hostages. Oh. The hatch we went to.
Have a taste of this. Surrender or I'll shoot. Hello.
Oh man.
Put your hands behind your head first. You won't get me.
By a cardboard box in a metal box. We're gonna keep on trying, by golly. When did they start spawning a dude there? I feel like that we were able to like run to the back of the plane like in several earlier runs, and now the luck has been consistently against us, where there's been a dude waiting for us. Alright, I say that and I dispelled the curse that had been placed on us. Also, we have more lights than we did before. Up to a certain point, anyway. Now we've lost it. My kingdom for like a flashlight. Cardboard. It's before the dark area. Or the red area, as they say. Looking for the cardboard box in the metal box. It's gotta be here somewhere. I think the lights go out everywhere when the hatch closes. Yep, that, as Video Game King was saying in the chat. See, we're figuring this out slowly but surely. Alright, I'm going to use the light here. And we're going to move forward. And I'm going to open the hatch here and let some light in. Stay open, please. No, no. The music is effectively ramping up the tension right now, too. I think we can, remember earlier when I asked if this game was like a Bad Game Hall of Fame contender? Like if it was really bad enough to warrant. I think you just passed it. This level is just plain stupid. I would say the developers had their there was a pie in the sky mentality. Oh, it's at the very end. Okay. Assuming that's where it is every time. They spotted me. That's true. Oh well. Let's see if it spawns randomly, or we know where it is now, right? Leave me be, please.
You asked for it.
What have we here? I don't know, like, I feel like this game has crossed, like, a line from just, like, kind of like this middling, mediocre budget first-person shooter into just, like, this is... I'm feeling some ways about this right now. Especially the fact that the pistol does appear to randomly spawn in different spots.
Scum! Shoot us, I knew it. Shoot out. Subject neutralized.
Let me up. I need air. There are 4, and I think the last 2 are going to be... Alright. Moment of truth, folks. This is like Modern Warfare, Mile High Club on Veteran. We're about to pull off some shit here. Or fail miserably.
Hello,
I was looking for the second dude, and I did not see him. But he saw me. And you have to give it up for that. It is struggling to let me down right now. I just wanna... I wanna be here. The Mile Bottom Club. Alright, we know several of the spots in which the pistol can spawn. Actually, I think I see it. If you could spot those, like, couple of pixels right there. They're shooting, though. Which means they might destroy the plane before I...
I'll shoot! I'll shoot! Subject neutralized.
Take that, you Eric Bischoff looking motherfucker. Oh, that was so close! I should have had that! You saw me take a few shots that, like, totally would have landed! He didn't even recoil, that's the thing. They don't always, like, react to getting shot. I feel like if I had... That one, that one was a gimme for the terrorist. Usually, I only go 2 hours, but I'm so invested right now. My mind is like so into this right now. I want to beat the game. I want to finish this game. You're more than free to tune out. For anyone who's been here for 2 hours, preemptively, I thank you for tuning in. You're free to exit through the exit doors to the left and right sides of the plane. But for those of you who are on a connecting flight to Flavortown, who are sticking with me on this one, Buckle up.
Subject neutralized.
How wonderful.
For whatever that's worth. Silencer.
How wonderful. Have you seen the others?
Get out!
Someone please help.
Oh, come on! I'm gonna have to watch the replay, and I'm gonna have to watch the highlight of that, because I feel like I had that one. Don't actually highlight that, that's not a particularly exciting clip. I'm just thinking about my friend Albert, and I'm thinking about speedrunning this game now, and if I'm basically on speedrun pace right now with how much dumb luck there is involved here. Surprise! Hey Albert, you want in on this one? You want to race against me in this game someday?
Have you seen the others?
Just kidding. I'm probably never gonna play this ever again if I can help it.
Subject neutralized. Subject neutralized.
How wonderful. Have you seen the others?
Oh, and in fact, there's bombs here too that we have to deal with.
How wonderful.
You know where one
Have you
is.
seen the others?
There's like an additional element to this mission, completely unnecessary, but I think I'm also like constantly opening and closing the door by holding down the use key next to this bomb right now. So I shouldn't waste my time with the bombs or the hostages until such time as I kill the enemies. I feel like that's just wasting time in this run. And I feel like if there's a dude in this back part of the plane, that's also just like a forfeit. I'm sorry, the back of the plane. No, I'm probably misspeaking. There's not a cockpit in the back of the plane. There's a there's just like a staff area. I'm amazed that the dude didn't see me, or I guess the dude did see me, but didn't shoot me when he saw me, when he actually had me in the sights. How are they? I guess he climbed down the ramp. I saw his feet for like a second as I was coming down. It was modeled like a cockpit. It's not. It's like a snack area. They had like two areas. The back has a bathroom in it. It has a toilet you can open with nothing inside. I would show you, but I want to have a pistol first. It's the fact that you have to crouch walk through this part of the area, through this part of the plane. Oh, what do you know though? I don't think we've seen a bomb spawn down here. I know I said earlier about not like wasting time with this stuff, but I'm totally gonna defuse this before I forget it's down here. I'm just thinking here, I'm thinking out loud that this level could have been designed better. Call me crazy, call me an armchair game developer, but I just think there's some tweaks you could have made here to make this functional as opposed to non-functional, which is where it currently sort of is for me.
Subject neutralized.
Let's deal with whoever is. Oh no. So we can't miss a shot. We're not allowed to miss. Forget about the fact that the plane can like just be shot down. Oh, there's two dudes here, so we're extra boned, but what if we waste our time anyway? I didn't shoot through a window, I just shot through like just like the side, just like next to a window, whatever you want to call it. It's not a door. Ah, well. I heard the plane crashing sounds. Okay, there we go. It was like a delayed reaction. It was a delayed death as a result of everything depressurizing and... Yeah, if you shoot anywhere like within like the lodge, it depressurizes and you die. And the enemies can shoot it too, completely independent of you. I need some extra help seeing it. Again, I don't know if the silencer actually does anything. In fact, I'm pretty sure it probably doesn't do anything, but it makes me feel more tactical, so... Oh, for Pete's sake.
Who do you think you are? Who do you
There is a hatch here.
Get out! Just die!
This whole time I thought there wasn't a hatch there, even though I was clearly opening underneath where the hatch was. But because I passed by it like twice without seeing it, I just assumed there was not a hatch there. Oh, and now they just killed one of the hostages, so... And that causes our head to instinctively sit up. We sit up, we get out of the crouched position, and our head just clips to the floor in that case. Once the mission has failed in that way. I'm sorry if this is like the most boring stream of all time. Just watching the same stretch of gameplay for what, like 30 minutes we've been on this level now? You know, God bless all y'all, but... Let me up.
I see you! Subject neutralized.
Alright, let's try this situation. Oh my... Didn't even wait for me to shoot the hostage. That's selfish. Like, I was gonna shoot that hostage in the head. But, you know, the terrorists can't even let us have that anymore. Watch the gun not be in this part of the plane where it has consistently been for most of the runs. Ugh. You know, just kill me at this point. Yo! Hey, bud.
Drop your weapon and surrender.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you almost hit me.
They were just going crazy in the aftermath of that. They're just like, to hell with it. Killed one, let's kill them all. Okay. Is the gun gonna stop appearing here now? Just to like throw one more wrench into this nightmare of a toolbox that they've given us.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Did your body just drift 2 feet after death? If you swing your mouse around, like the axes of rotation isn't like the center mass, I think it's like where your feet are, so you can like swing yourself like through the walls into adjacent rooms and get a pretty good idea of what was going on, like on the other side of the wall where you died. Oh, there it is. I was about to say, like, they're just not spawning it for us anymore.
I sure hope we get out of this alive.
For God's sake. I was trying so hard to not, like, shoot the plane. It seems like you can shoot the ceiling just fine, but I also feel like those shots should have been hitting him. And not anything surrounding him, but him directly. I feel like I was pretty spot on with those shots for the most part. I feel like the chairs maybe have like an extra inch of like geometry or hitbox to them. I feel like objects are not what they seem, not what they appear to be, that there's like more to them than meets the eye. Okay, convenient pistol spawn. This is the RNG that runners complain so much about in their speed runs.
Somebody in already? Oh no! Subject, you're serious about this?
Okay. I feel like the chat's gonna start taking some like deep breaths now. Oh! I have to be holding forward at the same time I'm trying to defuse, because if I try to defuse from a distance, I'm not close enough. So I'm having to run into the bomb this entire time. So if you're hearing footstep sounds. We still have one more dude to take care of. Wait, did we rescue the... Let's do this too. Being as careful as is possible. There's one more bomb we gotta find. Oh, ooh, boy. Let's even like go barehanded so I don't accidentally shoot anything. Okay. The nightmare is over. There is one more lady to save. And all we need to do is have the game not crash here. Okay. You know, alright. You know, there's a chance it could have saved and then crashed. I'll be honest. I was kind of hoping it didn't, and I could have had an excuse to end it right there. I was really milking that, hoping that there wouldn't be a save on the other side of this. In a way, it's worse that the game actually functioned enough in time. This hostage... We're just going for it at this point. We're just doing it. This hostage situation takes place at the embassy of one of America's many allies somewhere in Africa. A group of religious fundamentalists who call themselves the Light of God have managed like a number of hostages, including the ambassador, his wife, and some of the staff at the embassy. You've been sent in to deal with the situation. 12 hostage takers, 7 hostages, 15 minutes. Glad to see the African police force represented by the same exact sort of cars and uniforms and, let's say, skin tone. This looks like a big level. Mehmet Nafar awareness.
Subject neutralized. What happened? Darn fence! You asked for first. Back off.
So like I feel like we're not allowed to like we can only fire so many shots because every shot's gonna put that meter up, and every shot by the enemy is also going to do that. I feel like that's the gimmick of this mission. I feel like the game is just trying to like indulge in gimmick missions at this point.
Have a taste of it.
Oh, are you? Okay, well.
Subject neutralized.
That's the consequence for our actions, I suppose. I wonder if that is thwarted by finding the bombs, disarming
I want
them.
out.
I'll kill you if I have
Kill you.
to.
There's you. Stay.
Boy 100.
Shit, you. Please stop. Please get me out of here.
Oh, well. That's his fault for standing up. I'll be honest. I know I've been talking up the game about like we're gonna finish this, but I am burnt out on this right now. I tell you what, I don't know if I can handle this huge building with 2 floors, 12 enemies to kill, and like not being able to miss shots. Otherwise, we shorten the mission to like an impossible amount of time in which to complete it.
Step back.
I'm gonna give this one more shot, which of course means we're not gonna complete it on this run. That we're going to give up on this game shortly for now, but
1 Bravo 1.
take a break from it, as the case may be. Oh, the silencer actually works because
Subject neutralized.
we're not seeing the meter at all.
Don't hit me.
Either way, this game has been a trip and a half, and I think we've definitively like confirmed that this game is belongs on the stream. Let's say.
Be your choice.
Please get me out of here.
Wonder how many bombs we're meant to defuse. I'm not even trying to rescue these fucking hostages right now. I mean, they give you 15 minutes on this, so.
Don't leave me here.
Nah, shut up. At least I'm gonna lay the land right now. Which means that this door should be this weird projector room. Yep, okay. This is the kitchen.
Get out.
Please help. Get them. No.
This seems like another mission that could be effective, that could be like competently designed by.
What? Have a taste of this. Hello. Have a taste of
Yeah.
Get out. Darn fence.
I'm gonna take your advice. Get out, you darn feds. I hear you loud and clear, buddy. That is as much as I can bear right now. Oh boy. Well, I could end it here. We could all take a nice breather. But let me briefly show you another game we may potentially play if we continue these streams over the course of this quarantine. This was going to be my backup game. CIA Operatives Solo Missions. You don't need to run the installer. I just want to play the game. No, that's okay. I was going to stay within the theming. You know, we were basically a solo FBI man in the other game. This game has you as a solo CIA operative. This does not look like regulation CIA, but I think these loading screens are very impressively drawn. This game's a bit more narratively driven.
Can you hear me? Okay, good. Listen closely to my instructions. I am keeping track of your position on my computer system, and I can get information about your surroundings sometimes before you can. Now, let's get this underway. Enrico's limo should be arriving at any time. Take position by the railing and ready your sniper rifle.
We're not going to play a whole lot of this right now, because the stream has gone on more than long enough. But I figure let's get a shot in. Let's get like one life in.
Make sure you don't miss and hit one of those girls. Excellent work. Some of Enrico's thugs have been spotted in the subway. Get down there as quick as you can and clean up. And watch your fire. There will be civilians.
Ah, darn you. Is this the Sniper 2 on PS2? No, we should be so lucky. That game is too highbrow for the stream. Or maybe it's not. Maybe that game is actually kind of perfect for this kind of stream, to be honest. I would play the Sniper 1 as well. What language is this? Piran. Oh, Piran isn't the language, I should say. That's the... whatever language is word for stop. You stream Not Treasure Hunter. Sniper 2 would be right up. I know the Sniper 2, and we did stream like a minute or two of Not Treasure Hunter at some point in one of the older streams, in one of the roulette streams. This seems more competent than FBI. Yeah, that's fair, but this is also still a value soft release, so really anything value soft is fair game for this stream. One day I'm gonna do like a history of value soft games, just like in general, the whole history of the label. Just because that kind of shit's fascinating to me. It's a Quake engine game. Is this Q2? It's definitely not Quake 1. I mean, it's also 2001, so that would tell you that. The AI is really good. Can't crouch inside there. Let's try some of the other gun. That is an awesome weapon model. Oh, for heck's sake. Yep, that's all it takes, is this one errant bullet. And that's what you're looking at in that one. That's alright, though. Like I said, we're not getting too deep into that game right now. I need a breather. I need a night's rest after that plane debacle. Which means there's not much left to do except cut to my epilogue screen and say thank you all for tuning in and for suffering with me for as long as you did. We didn't quite finish FBI Hostage Rescue, but we got pretty damn far into it. Albert, I'll talk to you after the stream. We'll see about those save files and get you up to speed. Maybe you can take this burden off my shoulders for the time being. But yeah, we're going to try streaming some more during the week. I'll pick some games out. I might put it to a poll, maybe even a Patreon poll, if I really want to do a favor to if I really want to throw them a bone on that end, because I'm not doing a lot of writing right now, unfortunately. I'm just not in the right headspace for it. But as far as just playing games and talking over them a little bit, that seems like that's doable. That's within my range right now, my emotional mental range. But yeah, expect some announcements on more stuff coming up soon. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow, but maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, one of those days at the very least. We'll play it by ear. But until then, that's all, folks.